All right, welcome back to Unhinged but Accurate podcast. I'm your host Caleb, joined by my lovely co-host
Nelly.
Like I said, this is episode 5, part 2 of job experiences. We didn't get to record last weekend because it was Easter. She was actually celebrating the resurrection of Christ.
Whoa.
I was doing unchristian things last weekend, but we're not going to wake that up.
What were you doing? Oh, wait. Oh.
I'm not going to say hashtag on the pod, but unchristian things were happening.
Can you also
in that
remind me to
apartment.
put the fucking mic near my mouth?
Yes, always.
Every time.
Don't put it here because you're going to sound crazy.
Yes.
Don't put it all the way here because you're going to sound crazy. Just put it like right here.
When editing back, I'm like, why is his voice a million times louder?
Because I know how to hold a microphone.
Okay.
Love.
I'm already having a tough day. You want me to self-harm.
Fuck.
Anyway, guys, I wish we recorded what we were talking about before, but my phone was charging.
Yeah, well, I remember one thing, and it's gonna be on my Love It. I got a new bike. Found a really cool little bike shop over in Seabrook.
Plug him.
It's called Slow Twitch Niche. If you want a really good high end bike, go over to Seabrook. There's this guy named Jeff that owns that shop.
My name's Jeff.
He literally has people donate bikes to him, and then you can come in. I think Saturdays are the only day that you can actually like look around. I think 10 to 3 is when they're open. You go pick out your bike. He'll fit you for a bike. He'll ask you like what
you.
Yes, he'll be like, oh, you're like, for me, he was like, you have a longer torso and your legs are shorter relative to it. He could do that just by looking at me. He's like, your legs are a little bit shorter.
He's gonna body shame me as I go.
Well, no, he'll probably be like, you have really long, gorgeous legs.
You're big.
You're a big girl. You should probably get like a really heavy steel frame.
If he says that to me, I'm leaving.
Just kill yourself in front of him.
Oh.
No, but he'll be like, so he's like, you are taller. He's like, how tall are you? You're like 6. I was like, I'm 6'1", 6'2" ish.
6'4",
6'5", 6'7". But no, he'll be like, oh, what's your height? He's like, okay. So he's like, so normally if someone's, your height and they have, equal proportions, you could fit onto this specific height of a bike, but you have a longer torso and your legs are a little bit shorter, so we can fit you onto these level bikes.
Question.
What's
How
up?
did you get you have a truck?
Yes.
Okay.
I had to put my seats down and everything. I do definitely need like a trailer hitch for my shit. Because I was like, oh, it's a bike. It'll fit in the back of my 4Runner.
It's not.
I had to slam my seats down and like cram it in
Just
and like move
home.
all my shit. But girl, what am I going to do about my truck?
Have someone drop you off.
I wasn't doing that. I tried to.
I know some people have it like where they put some shit in the back of their car or on the top.
There's for my 4Runner at least, you can get a bike rack for the top, or I have a trailer hitch at the back that you can get one for that I saw that's like $40. So I will be purchasing that. But yeah, his name's Jeff at Slow Twitch Niche. He'll fit you for your bike. He'll find one for you. He's like, are you doing mountain biking and trails, or are you doing streets? Are you going to do a fusion of the both? Like what will you be doing with your bike? And he'll kind of
don't
find the right one.
About it, Jeff. Just kidding.
He'll kind of find a couple bikes to show you, and you'll kind of.
That's cute. I love that.
And try it.
That's so
and then,
nice of him.
Yeah, and then once you find your bike, he'll put it under your name. He'll do all of the repairs that are needed for it, and then you come back a week later. I paid like $80 out of pocket for like a 1990 like mountain bike, but it's retrofitted with street wheels. So it's like the perfect height for me. It's a beautiful like burnt orange color.
I love it.
It's so cute. And it was actually one of the first bikes that he had. And I saw it. I was like, that one's really cute. I do feel really drawn to it. But I was like, am I feeling drawn to it? Or is this just the first bike that I'm seeing?
Were you silent or were you
silenced? So I let him kind of take me around. He spent like 30-ish minutes, like kind of digging through bikes. And then we came kind of back around to that one. And I was like, what can you tell me about this orange one? Like, how does he's like, yeah, this is an old mountain bike. It's probably from the 90s,
I love that.
Because it says rock hopper, and that was like the traditional mountain and like dirt biking kind of frame for that time. He's like, but you can tell it's from the 90s because like the handlebars here and here like don't have any shock, like the forks don't have like the shocks for like bouncing things like
blah,
that.
blah, blah.
I was like, damn, you really know your shit. Like he could just look at something like that and tell. So after I was like, let me try. So I sat on it and I was like,
I need a good cushiony seat.
oh, I was like, oh, this just feels right.
Have you ever sat on a bike and it hurts your
This one does. This one does.
It hurts
just
your
gonna have. Oh, girl, my pussy bone is hurting today.
Have you ever done
yesterday.
A fucking soul cycle class?
Fuck no, I'm not doing no cycle class thing.
Holy shit! I got out of there the first time, and I was like, I need to go to the hospital. It hurts bad.
Oh yeah, I only biked for like a mile or two. I did definitely do some biking like the second I got my bike, but it's been so windy the last few days.
It has.
I have not like biking against the wind.
Have you ever fallen off a bike?
It's been a long time.
I remember falling off and busting my shit in my mom's neighborhood, and I was like, please let nobody see that, because I was like, I went like,
oh,
it was hilarious. I wish someone would have actually recorded that for me. Yeah. But falling off a bike is fucking humbling.
You think falling off a bike is humbling, bitch? Try going to Buffalo Bayou in downtown Houston.
What did you do?
Get yourself on a skateboard.
No.
And bomb one of those hills. And you ever hear about death wobbles?
No.
That's when your board starts kind of, and you just like your board will eventually just swing one way, but because of physics, your body keeps going this way. I slammed into my hands and like ripped into my side, and like this got scratched up, and then I like slammed back on my shoulder.
Like them people on
both my AirPods just went, and I crashed in front of like 5 people, and they all just went.
And did you find your AirPods?
Yeah, one guy like picked up his AirPod. He's like, "Are you okay?" I'm just like, "Yeah, I'm good." Like it was not pretty. I was like my hands. I like scraped off a good chunk of skin.
I hate scraping my hands like a fucking child.
Showering like this, like just with your hand, like it fucking burns, dude. That was one spill. Like I had like a crick in my neck for about a week and a half. Like this whole thing was scraped up. It was not fun. That was a bad people that be spill. On them
scooters,
yes,
and always bust their shit,
girl. The thing is, where the gas
hilarious.
It's fucking hilarious. I love watching people eat their shit on those. Where the gas is at, there's the brake right there. You literally go from this to this. That's all you have to do. Yeah, in order to stop on time.
People aren't smart enough for that.
That's the thing, yeah. To me, I feel like that's an indicator of like whether or not you were a kid that was actually outside.
Yeah.
Because scooters, bikes, everything had the brake on the right handle.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? So like when you get on the street scooters, it's like the same thing.
And you're on the streets.
Yeah.
Where there's cars and...
Have you been on those before?
No. Fuck.
Girl,
do you know me?
That is true.
What do you mean?
That is true. You're just like, I'll be here. I'm good. You're just gonna sit with your purse in your lap, like you kids have fun.
I'm very much like that now, but before I was always like, oh yeah, I'm gonna at least try it.
Yeah.
Now
you're right. Let me try.
I'll hold your purse. I'll wait for you right here.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because I have given myself a concussion on a water slide.
Ooh.
What do you mean? Do you hear me? On a water slide. Granted, I was drunk and high. I had smoked weed, which I never do. I'm not a weed smoker.
You got 2 on?
I got cross-stated, like the kids say. Oh, I'm so fucking crazy. So yeah.
What water slide were you on?
I was at a friend's birthday party years ago.
Was it like an inflatable one?
Yeah, those tall ass ones. And you know what they did? Them fuckers. They put fucking soap on the top.
That's what my brain was saying. I was like, she slipped on some soap.
We had to like do flip cups, so you have to like you play flip cup, right?
No.
Okay.
I know what flip cup is. I have not played it.
Okay, well that, and then like when you flip it, and the cup lands upside down, you have to go up the water slide, come back down, and then like the next person can go. So they
were trying to fuck y'all up.
So you're racing, right? You're racing with like all these people, and I was, again, I had just hit. And that was some strong shit. Whatever the fuck I hit, it was from shit. It was from Satan's testicles. What the fuck that was.
Satan's bush.
Yes, literally. And then I went down like head first, and I was racing.
So did you?
I don't remember. Again, I was drunk and high, and then I landed on my neck, like on my neck head part. Just slammed it, and I still got up and still did my shit.
Because that's that Taurus energy. I'm gonna finish what the fuck I started,
and then I'm like, well, I'm not gonna be embarrassed and lose. My team is counting on me, so I did it. And then after my turn, I was like, I'm gonna go sit down.
I'm gonna go take a breather.
I was throwing up bad.
Ooh.
And I thought it was because I was drunk. But then, well, you know what else I did after? I went to sleep at that party with a concussion. The one thing you were not supposed to do, I did. And I woke up and I was hungry as fuck, eating everything in sight. It wasn't until like a week later that I was like, ooh, my vision is a little blurry. Can't see. Pupils aren't dilating right.
Yeah, that's a concussion.
Mad concussion. Doctor was like, crazy. Count back from 100 by 7. I was like, I can't do that.
93.
Can you do that? Dude, go.
80, 93, 86, 79, 72, 65, 59. I mean, like, kinda. That takes, I would say by tens.
No.
7 is crazy.
And I was like,
he didn't want you to pass.
No. I was like, ha. And he was like, I'm serious. Dude, I was like, I and I had to sit there like with my fucking dumbass fingers. I was like, please fail me. Fuck. I don't like
it's a level 3 concussion. Fuck, just say it.
I'm dyslexic and I'm stupid. What do you want me to do
next?
Here?
Yeah, girl.
Anyway, that was a tangent.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? Jobs, where we left off last.
Yes. Yeah. So I think I was about to start talking about one job that I had at the end of summer 2018. And then I remembered, I was like, oh yeah, I had a stint where I had like 2 jobs in 2017. So right when I started Journeys, I was also a cashier at Five Below. When they still had cashiers.
Like wait, what do you mean when they still had?
Girl, it's all like self-checkout shit with like one person. There. I mean, half the time I go, it's all self-checkout and there's no one there.
Good.
But yeah, I was a cashier there. It was the summer of 2017, so it was the fidget spinner craze. Every single end cap that we had fidget spinners that we would have to go and reorganize every single night, make it look clean and pristine. And then the entire aisle in front of the checkout, the cash registers, was all fidget spinners.
I don't get the fidget spinner.
Did you ever play with one?
Yeah, but I'm okay.
They're fun. I don't know. I liked fidget spinners. They were kind of cool.
You know what it is now? Those fucking dumplings.
Oh, just like squishes. Neatos are pretty popular.
Yeah, but okay, there's grown people running to the to the fucking aisle.
Mm-hmm.
And
what happened to having jobs for people like y'all? Why are we all buying out children's toys at 2:00 on a Tuesday?
Making them cry. Like, give the kid the toy.
You know, like when I got a Neato because all my kids have one. I'm going to be fully honest about that.
You have a Neato.
I have a pink mini ice cube Neato.
Is it tea? Like, what am I
missing? It kind of is. I kind of like sit and like play with it because my favorite STEM toys, for one,
now everyone's autistic.
Everyone's got ADHD because it's a spectrum. Girl, you're just a bored teenager. There are 2 different things. My personal favorite fidget toy is a butterfly knife, a balisong, the one where you like.
Fuck no.
I have one.
With the actual knife?
Yes, it is a trainer one, so it's an actual blade that you can sharpen. But I like to just sit and kind of. I like the danger of it.
Kid.
Yes.
Silver tooth ass kid.
Well, no, I take care of my teeth, love.
No, I mean like if you were young.
It is silver tooth kid energy though.
It is.
That's one of my favorite ones that I have.
Oh, remember those magnets that were like rattlesnakes?
Oh, the snake eggs, yeah. The rattlesnake eggs. Those are always kind of cool.
I love those. I forgot about
Similarly, I have these magnets. They're neodymium magnets, so they're super strong. but they're just like flat coins. Bitch, flipping them and here like the snap that they make. Oh. And then you can also like line them up on their edges and you can spin one.
Yeah.
And they'll just like whoosh, and snap back together. That's another one that I found that I was like, oh, I just kind of started fidgeting with them. And then for a while I had them in my apron at work when I was working at Lush. My other favorite STEM toy is Crazy Aaron's thinking putty. That shit is bomb. As you can kind of just like sit and play with it and knead it. No, it's one that just kind of like it's just like a slime. Oh, okay. But like it doesn't leave a residue. The one that I have doesn't smell like anything, like a ice cream sickle or like pickles. I saw one that smelled like bacon and eggs. Ew! Why do you want your hands to smell like that? That's disgusting.
Just musty.
So I got a Neato because I was like, oh, that seems like fun, and I was actually at It's Sugar at Baybrook. Oh. They had them, and like the mini ice cube one was like $2.99. I was like, fuck it, you're right. Let me try. Let me get one. So I did. It's cute. I'm not running out. Ones? The big ones, at least last time I checked, were like $10.99 maybe. But now it's the new trend. It's the new Labubu. So everybody wants one. Everybody's got to have one. That's
trendy.
Just to make your bag and then dip. So I have it. It's cute. It's fun. It's whatever. It helps me focus whenever I'm studying for my teacher exams and stuff like that. And it's just not. I'm not on my phone. My other favorite STEM toy is my pop socket because then I can just kind of sit.
Love.
I love doing this one. This one's fun. So that's another like it's not really a STEM toy, but it is something I do like to STEM with. It is very fun. But that's about it, yeah. It's popular for some fucking reason. The kids like to bring the really fucking long like bananas, carrots, some of them it's a stick of butter. And these kids are just pulling out these big fucking squishes from their backpacks. I'm like, that's a little excessive. Let's go ahead and put that back up.
Yeah. I don't want to see your dildo coming out.
But yeah, I worked at Five Below. That was the one that came back to my brain at the end of the last episode. That job was low-key so much fun. Like, I was only there for maybe 2 months. I was not there for a long time. My manager that worked at Toys R Us, her name's Jennifer. Shout out to Jennifer. She actually moved to Five Below, and she was the manager there. So she hired me like on the spot. She's like, "Oh my god, you were so great!" It's been like I think at that point it had only been like a year and a half since she had seen me. So she was like, "Yeah, come back on. We have a position. It's part time." I was like, "I'm working at Journeys right now too, but it's only like 2 shifts a week." She's like, "Just let me know and I'll squeeze you in." Did it for about a month and a half, and then it was like August or so. And I was about to start school at San Jack again. And I was like, hey, Journeys is actually going to keep me on, not as a seasonal person. They're offering me a full part-time position. So I'm going to dip. She's like, cool. Thank you for all your help this summer. Clean break. Super, super chill. I went in one time at 6 a.m. to do inventory. Hated that. It was fucking terrible. It was the first time I ever woke up at 5:30 to get to the place at 6, which really sucked. But other than that, it's totally cool. It was a really chill job. I did use a lot of. They had the. Did you ever get those like plug-in fans for your phone?
No.
Girl, they had them all the time. So for those of you that know me, I'm a very hot-natured person.
Me.
So I'd be up there at that cash register. I'd just plug one into my phone, and it would just be blowing nice cool air on me the entire time, and then I'd throw it back into the thing once I was done with it.
It's like all those people that are like, they make fun of the guys with the rag, that come out with the rag.
Girl, in the summer. Towel in the car season is real. It's
approaching us very quickly.
It is gonna be here quicker.
I need that fucking fan on me now.
I have a little battery powered fan that I carry with me between my classes because some of these classrooms are hot. They are hot.
I'm pissed.
82 degrees in some of my classrooms.
No. I'm not going. I'm not doing it.
Yeah. And some of those teachers are like, my classroom is just so freezing. When they have no bodies and no lights on in there, sure, when it's down to 72 degrees, I will contest that might be a little bit cold. To you, 72 is still hot for me. So I'm going to get my little fan. I'm going to make sure that I'm at least comfortable while I'm educating these kids.
Yeah, because I'm pissed. And you don't want to be around me when
that's my other thing, too.
And hungry or tired.
Not fun when I'm that way. So that was my summer 2017 job. jumping ahead to summer 2018, I worked at this place called Creamistry. They had opened over the summer of that year, and I worked with, I was like 20 at that time, and the kids that were working there were like all freshly 16, so there was a really big disparity of like work experience that I had versus what they had. Um, so I got a shift lead position very quickly, like within 2 weeks. They were like, "Do you want to be a shift lead?" I was like, "Sure, I'll take it, and more pay. Why not?" So I was a shift lead when they opened. My manager was pretty cool. He was a really chill guy. The owner, he owned like the entire strip. So he owned like the nail salon, the dentist place, the donut shop, and then across the street there was also an Indian kitchen and a gas station right near it.
That he owned?
He owned both of those strips. Girl, I know he was making money.
Get him my number.
I know he was not attractive at all.
I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Did I ask if he was attractive?
He was not attractive. That's the thing. There's you got to have a certain amount of money if you're that ugly. And I don't think there's enough money.
He was that ugly?
He was that
like Jay-Z ugly?
Yes. I would say uglier because I think for the amount of money that Jay-Z has,
it makes him kind of cute.
No, but there's a level of Jay-Z's money that I could grit my teeth and bear it.
Yeah.
I could just kind of be like.
Also, you have to be kind of cool with it. Like if you're not cool with it, Jay-Z's cool with it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why he has Beyonce. Think about that. Well, no. He has Beyonce, but no, I'm not gonna get to that. We're not. Next time, catch me next time.
Next time, yes.
But yeah, you have to be cool.
Yeah.
Have at least a sense of humor.
Mm-hmm.
And not be a fucking dork.
Yeah. So for that job, it was the place where they make the ice cream in front of you and they like blast liquid nitrogen on it.
Yeah.
I worked there and
I didn't know that.
It wasn't good. The ice cream was so expensive. 18 American dollars in 2018 for a pint of ice cream. But because it's handmade, it's this, it's that.
Was it nasty?
It wasn't. It was good, but I mean,
nothing in like that you would like.
You're like people aren't falling head over heels for it.
Yeah.
It was.
And then now it's gone.
It's gone. It's a place called Boba Blastic now, and I have been wanting to go back in because they sell like boba, and they also have like just Korean food and all that kind of stuff. It seems interesting to go in, but I'm also just like, yeah.
Question.
What's up?
Unrelated to that job. How much money does an old ugly guy have to have for you to be down with it? You have to give him sugar.
It's got to be like 6 figures. Like if you're a gross, if you're a gross crotchety old man,
that's
like
it for
if you're not, and I'm not talking 100,000, I'm talking like $500,000 to get into this.
I still need more than that. So
I could do it for $500,000. Like realistically, I could do it for $500,000 because that would pay off my car. That'd get me out from my closed credit card, and that would get me out of my current credit card debt. And that would also have money in savings.
Yeah, and then he would just like, you could just like drive his cars and he'll give you money all the time.
I don't want to be near him. If he's
that's
a
the
gross
point of a sugar daddy.
No, that's my thing, girl. Like it's just
what's his net worth gotta be for you to be like, daddy, I'm here, daddy.
Mm-mm.
Like what was that?
I would much rather stay poor and know that I have my dignity still intact. And that's like, oh wow, like a I'm talking because like when you were talking about old men, because the thing is,
you know what?
Because here's the thing. Listen, if we're talking like a Jeffrey Dean Morgan,
who's that?
Let me show you Jeffrey Dean Morgan. If you're like,
I'm about to be grossed the fuck out, aren't I?
You fucking better not be, because he's
Who's a fine old man?
He was Negan in The Walking Dead.
Don't know. Oh, like, Denny Duquette.
Jeffrey D. Morgan. He's like only 60.
Denny Duquette
he's not that old.
He's fine as fuck.
Now that you could give me a stiff $20 a week paycheck.
Please.
You let me hit for free. And if the thing is
just talking about
if you're hot enough, I'll call it whatever it is.
What I'm talking about is,
if you're not hot enough, if you're like a gross, crotchety old man with like Santa beard, white pubes, and you're like built gross and your skin's all wrinkly and nasty, and like you smell like an old man and not like a sexy old man that smells like good Margiela perfume and like cigars. Like I like the smell of tobacco. I like tobacco. I like the smell of tobacco. Fuck you. Tobacco is a really great fragrance whenever it's mixed well with things.
That's good.
Okay. If you smell like old man, if you're an old man, but I don't think that I just like, because then to me, I'm just like, I'm taking dirty money.
What I'm talking about is he puts you in his will. He's about to croak. And you are going to be a beneficiary. And you, like, he has no kids, no wife, no nothing. Like, no one's going to fight you for it.
I'm also not materialistic like that. Surprisingly, I'm very much just like, I just want to make enough to have like rent for my apartment until I die and a paid off car.
Rent to your apartment. You're getting a house.
I don't want to maintain a house.
No,
houses are fucking expensive.
No. Not like, you don't have to do like a bougie house, but like an established house down the street. You ain't seen those houses down the street? You ain't think those houses are cute?
I also just see
we need to be thinking big, bitch.
I also just see like
mic to face.
I also just see like how expensive it is to maintain a house. It's like, okay, cool, you get the house. 3 months later, your hot water heater breaks, and then you're out of hot water in your entire house for who knows how long.
But what I'm telling you is your daddy would pay all that for you. Like, you ain't got to worry about shit.
And it's not, but it's also just the inconvenience of being a homeowner. You know. Like,
it wouldn't inconvenience me. It would inconvenience my house manager that handles all that for me.
But then you also have to reach out to them. That's where my laziness comes in.
He is big.
That's where I'm like, if I'm a renter, call the fucking landlord. Let him deal with it. Call maintenance. They'll fucking fix it.
I love maintenance.
And our maintenance guys live on property, and they are two of the chillest guys ever. Like, whenever when we first moved into the apartment, we could kind of smell like, I thought I was smelling gas or something. In hindsight, I think it was new adhesive on the carpet and then paint that they had spackled over with everything. I think it was just like a combination. We have a gas stove, which
wow,
love cooking with gas. That is my god, I love cooking with gas.
I have to see your apartment.
You can come over soon. We're gonna also get a new backdrop whenever the apartment is fully set up, so it'll be much more comfy. It'll be really nice and chilly. So plans for the pod, I would say.
And I want to hang out with your cats.
Yes, we already have one in the apartment. He just kind of let himself in. And then he also has to get another one from his mom. But I'm just like, oh yeah. So we called our maintenance man because I was like, hey, I might be crazy, but like the apartment kind of smells like gas. Like shit I don't know. But he walked in, he was like, it does smell like gas. So he pulled the stove out. He wanted the entire tube, got all around it. He showed us. He's like, hey, my reader isn't getting anything right now. He's like, it does smell like gas, but like the reader doesn't show anything. So he pushed everything back. He's like, we're here if you need us. Like, you know, maybe if you just open the
doors,
open the windows, like once you fully start moving in. He's like, this could also just be like the other people's smell, you know, just kind of, you know, how does your home smell kind of thing. And it has fully gone away the more that we have both lived there. The more of our stuff that's been there, the more of our soaps and the more incense and things that I burn. All kind of
smells like old people. I'm just kidding.
You're gonna be eating those words whenever you come over and you smell my delicious white copal incense. Mm-hmm. It smells fierce. I love burning incense so much. But yeah, that creamistry job was a job for a while. There was one guy that flipped out on me, like just fully melted down. In hindsight, he probably was on a bender because he was always
16?
No. This guy was older than me.
Oh,
because we had hired someone, and then she was like, "Can my boyfriend start working here?" And the thing is, once school started, we had like 4 positions that needed to be open because all those kids were not going to come in and take those shifts. So she was like, my boyfriend could come work, or my fiance, I think. Why did this boy come in and he's got a fag scent?
What's that?
When he talks like this.
Oh, what is it called?
Fag scent. Like a fag accent, fag scent. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Fairy voice.
A fairy voice. Oh,
girl, that's your fiance, and he talks like, sure, okay, like. So I don't know what set it off, but the way that I operate when I was in management positions, I was never like, hey, I need you to go do this thing. I'd be like, hey, I'm gonna go do this thing. Go watch the front real quick, and then I do the thing that needs to be done, and boom, 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 boom. The owner and the other manager did not like that I ran it that way, so they would always try and drill into me like, hey, you need to tell them the things that need to be done. And I think he had like just got done helping a customer or something. I was like, hey, can you like check all the labels on our milks and stuff? And he just kind of like chuckles. And I was like standing in, that's my foot. I was like standing in the doorway between like the bar where they make everything and then the back of the kitchen. I was like, hey, the owners are just asking me to tell you to do this. Like, can you just do it? And he was like, he said like no, and he like asked me to get the fuck out of the way. I was like, excuse you? Because it was just like a switch. I was like, excuse you? And he was like, you're a lazy piece of shit. No. He just starts yelling at me. I'm like, insert his name because who knows who the fuck is watching. I was like, get the fuck out, dude. Like, and he like his fiance, his tiny little girl, is pushing him out to the back. Mind you, both of them would take like 7 or 8 cigarette breaks in a 6-hour shift that were all 10 minutes each. Like, and you're mad at me and you're calling me lazy.
I don't understand why people that smoke cigarettes get breaks. Like,
I guess to feed their addiction. That's when, like, when I was in, I've been, for those that know me, again, I've been straight edge for 13 years, I think, coming up. So I've worked food service and I've seen people do the things that they need to do to get through their shifts. And they've always been like, oh, just do it too. I'm like, nope. I don't want cigarettes. I don't want to drink 3 energy drinks. I don't want to take a bump in the fucking freezer.
Who's doing that?
Girl, almost every, I'm not going to say which jobs, but there have been many jobs where people were doing stimulants. We're going to get to that one because it actually does happen at this. This actually does happen at this restaurant. These are the
people telling me that I just need to smoke weed to cure my depression.
Girl,
get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, so he flips out on me and then he gets fired that day. They're like, dude, we can't have you be this hostile with people. I ended up leaving because I was just like, I was gonna go work for Lush come that holiday season. So I just needed something to kind of like maintain everything, just something to
back when you income. Can get a job easily.
Girl, yeah. And I was a part of one of their hiring rounds. They had one guy and he was working at Whataburger down the street. And we were like, doing the normal, do you have reliable transportation, X, Y, and Z? And he's like, oh yeah, I ride the bus every day. Houston Metro is your reliable transportation? Listen, not to pass judgment, but Houston Metro is known for not being reliable in the slightest. They are ranked in some of the absolute worst on a lot of different things.
Yeah.
So when he said that, I was like, oh. He also did look a little, like, he looked a little tweaked. He looked a little tweaky. And he was like, my manager was asking me, like, what do you think? I was like, if you want my honest, I was like, do you want my honest opinion? He's like, yeah. I was like, I don't think we should hire him. I don't get good vibes off of him. I don't think that he's a good fit. He's just, I don't know, like the transportation. I feel like I see that being an issue. And he was like, okay. Why does he hire him next week? So why are you asking my opinion if you're not going to go with what I'm telling you? Don't make me waste my breath. Job? This is at Creamistry. The place doesn't exist anymore, so I feel like I can name drop. Cut to like a month later. Why does one of the employees pull the manager aside and be like, "Hey, that guy was asking if I wanted to buy meth off of him. He said he had it in his backpack." To like a 19-year-old girl. Oh. Yeah, so he was let go of quickly. Yeah. I would not be surprised if he was smoking meth before a shift. Yeah.
You should have looked at your boss and been like, didn't I fucking tell you?
And did, because we were honestly, like, we were two of, like, for a while, we were some of the only, like, grown people there. The 20-year-old and the 32-year-old guy with his 3-year-old toddler. Yeah. It was just kind of, like, we were just kind of like, what the fuck are we? We had multiple times where we were just kind of like, what the fuck is going on? Like, it was just, yeah. It was a mess in and of itself. But yeah, holiday of 2018 rolled around, and that's when I think I quit Creamistry in like October. So all of October, I was unemployed, and I just held out for that last week of October because that's when Lush at that time was doing their seasonal hiring. So I was like, I can be unemployed for like 3 weeks and it'll be chill.
And that's when you work with Brenda or no? After?
I think we worked together both holiday of 17 and 18. But it was fierce. It was a lot of fun. Got to do I worked my ass off to get a core staff position, and I let everyone know the second I stepped in. I was like, so how many people are we hiring for core staff 2019? Because I want to be one of those people. I told every single person. I let it be known to anybody who was there, I am going to have that position, and I fucking got it. And I was so, because 2018 started off really rocky and it continued to be rocky. And one of them was because I didn't have like a really good, solid job to start. And now that I think about that, a third job just came to mind. At the start of 2018, when I didn't get the job, circa 2017 at Lush, I worked at a crazy little fast casual restaurant called Chili's American Diner. You worked at Chili's? I worked at Chili's for about 2 or 3 months, and this was when I had undiagnosed ADHD as an adult. I was forgetting every fucking thing.
You were a server?
I was a server. I was like, I can handle serving. I was a host at Cheddar's for this long, and I worked in a kitchen, and da-da-da-da-da.
That's why I can't be a server.
Yeah. If you're a server with unmedicated ADHD, you will feel like the worst person in the world because it's like every step that you take, you just remember another thing that you forgot. And it also affects your tip that you get because Chili's paid them like $2.35 an hour. And if you didn't, you would always declare your tips. There was never tip share. So any cash I made, I went home with. There were multiple nights where I would input all my tips from like all my tabs, all my cash, and it would just kind of make sure that your hourly rate was at least minimum wage. There were multiple nights where like you would have to get a manager to talk to you to like clock you out to be like, hey, you're not making minimum wage because the tips that you've declared. It would always say like double check and do everything and then afterwards get a manager's verification. Yeah, it was difficult. The biggest thing that kept me from staying there was just not making enough money. It was a lot of work because there's no bussers. It's only the host and the server. So you would have to pre-bus everything and then bus and then wipe down and then take your people again. So it was a lot of work. Damn. I worked in a less affluent. Yeah, I worked in a much less affluent area, and I had people literally ask me to my face, "Why do I have to tip you?" So you're getting the service that you are paying me for now. Like I worked there during tax return season, so had a lot of lower income people coming in and bringing their kids and this and that. And I get that you only have so much money, but tipping is a thing in American culture. So like make sure that you budget for that too. I had this family come in and they were like, oh, we want to do like the 2 for $20 for us. And we want the Presidente margaritas. And then the kids are going to get this and that. And, you can only get water, fruit punch, or lemonade. Like, you're not getting soda. And I'm like, there's just as much sugar in all this shit.
Right.
So, like, she was like, how much is this going to cost? So I told her, I was like, you're probably looking at like $125, everything together with my tip included. Because I'm going to call it what it is. I'm your server. You're going to fucking tip me. That's how this works. She was like, oh, why do I have to tip you? I was like, right, I'm going to go get your drinks. You got your one round of drinks. You got your meal. You got your ticket. Those are the three things that you fucking got. And she was asking me for every fucking thing. Can I get plasticware? Can I get a refill? Can I get this? Can I get that? You're a table of 6 that's not going to fucking tip me right now. So why the fuck? And then after that, she's like, can I talk to your manager? I was like, oh, sure. So I went to the back and I was like, hey, insert manager's name. This table that asked me, why do I have to tip you, wants to talk to you right now. She was like, oh. And she just kind of rubbed my back. She's like, you're good. Just go. So that kind of kept me going for a while. But it was serving is so much stress. Like, it is so crazy much to ask someone to their face, why do I have to tip you? So you just go to
what did you say, all of though? What did you say?
I said nothing. I was like, I literally was like, I'm just gonna go get your drinks. Like, because if I said anything else, it would have been a lot worse.
Yeah. It would have been like,
yeah. You're bringing your nasty ass kids in here, and I've got to clean up after you. I had to clean up puke. I didn't have to. I saw puke under my table one day, and that's where I draw very hard lines. I'm not cleaning up bodily fluids. At any job that I have worked at, I will never, and even as a teacher, I'm not cleaning up puke. I'm not cleaning up blood, shit, or piss. I draw a very, very, very hard line on that shit because that's literally like you're fucking with your own health at that point. Like, that's a hazardous material. There was puke underneath one of my tables one time. And I literally I bust the table and I was like, hey, can someone clean up the puke back here? Because I'm not touching that shit. Don't know who cleaned up after it, but shout out to whoever the fuck did that because
Have you seen them pour the powder on the puke?
I have.
They used to do that at school all the time.
I feel like that shit doesn't work. I feel like that doesn't do anything.
Well, it's so it could like dry it up.
It like dries it up. I don't know. I feel like in my eyes, the only way that room could be clean enough is if you opened a window, tore up all the carpet, Lysoled everything down, and put down new carpet.
Yeah, you're like,
because I'm breathing in someone's puke.
Yeah,
air at that point.
Kids are not for you.
I don't want kids. Like, I do not want children for that specific reason.
I've had my niece throw up on me, pee on me. I don't mind her, but anybody else,
even family, I'm like, oh, she's pooping. Here you go. You can have this back. This is not my child. Pooping. She's pooping. Here you go. Or like, the baby just ate. Do you want it? Nope. Get someone else to do it.
Especially when they're like babies.
Like babies.
They're gonna
throw up on you.
They're gonna throw up.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
My stinky is right there on my case.
On your case. That is a very cute case, though. What jobs did you have in 2018, if you can remember? I know that's going back a while.
I think that was Ben's.
Was that your Ben's job?
Yeah.
Working at your desk job, your desk puss, feeling your desk fantasy.
Mercedes-Benz, I may help you. Yeah, that was a pretty fun because like I was cool with like all the salesmen, and women, and it was fun. I mean, seeing those nice cars was cool. People were fun.
This is when you also had your Beamer, right?
No, that was before.
Okay.
And then I had my own car, so I just like go there.
I started driving in 2018.
Yeah.
And it was because I had the job at Chili's. And it was like 2 minutes. It was 2 minutes away from my place. And I was an unlicensed driver at that point. So my parents were like, you can take Dad's car. You're going from here down the street to Chili's and you're coming right the fuck back. And I did that for a couple weeks. And then once I got confident enough, I was like, okay, I'm going to go get some Wingstop for my dinner because I got really sick of Chili's food. Like, just smelling it. I didn't really eat it a lot when I was there, but I was like, I don't want this.
And then you got yelled at.
Well, no. So I got my food at Wingstop and I was about to pull out, and like as I'm pulling out and I turn to my driver's side, why is another car backing into my car? And I'm just like, I was like, fuck. And then that person pulls back into their parking spot. I like get out. I'm looking at it. It's only like a scratch and there's like a little baby dent. It's not a lot. I was like, oh my God. And I can see like a daughter and a mom switching places.
Ooh.
I was like, fuck. So I was like, hey, are y'all good? And the daughter was like, Like I was talking to the mom because she was on the driver's seat, and the daughter was like, "She doesn't speak English." I was like, "But you were driving, right?" She's like, "Yeah, I was. It was my fault. I don't have a license. I'm learning." I was like, "Hey, crazy thing, I am too." So she's like, "So your car's fine?" I was like, "I mean, there's a scratch and a dent, but like, hopefully my parents won't notice."
Did they?
Girl, cut to a year and a half later. I'm driving my parents somewhere. We're doing something, but my mom, observant as hell. You cannot lie to this woman. A year and a half after this happens to me, she's getting into. So I got hit on the driver's side. So she's sitting behind me, and my dad's up front with me. But she goes to open the door, and she goes, because it's a tan car, so you can't really tell that there's a scratch. That was my biggest thing, is I was like, this is kind of passable. Like, you're not really going to see this unless you look really hard. What does Griselda do the best? Look and pick every goddamn thing apart. She is going to pick your shit apart. She goes, "Did somebody hit you?" I was like,
blood gets cold.
Girl, I was like shaking. I was like, I stepped back. I was like, fuck, someone did hit me. They're like, you need to be more careful. I was like, if someone hit me, I would have totally felt it. This is how I got really good at lying. And when I had my 2 years in theater in middle school, I was like, what the fuck? Someone hit the car. Oh my God. I'm like, God, there was like this plastic siding. I was like, they fucked up the siding too. My mom's like, oh my God, Caleb, where are you parking? And I was like, it probably happened. I was like, I only go to school. It probably happened at school. There's a bunch of dumbass people that fucking probably hit me. I made out like a goddamn bandit. She was like, oh, my dad's like, you're so lucky that this is already paid off. And because once I started driving my dad's car, it kind of just became my car because my parents were driving to work and back every single day. So my dad never really needed his own car. So that's how Lexi became mine. And I loved Lexi. Oh my God. I had a little Lexus RX 300. She had a cassette jack. She had the sunroof. It was big, and it was an SUV. So it was like big enough to carry like all of my friends if I ever needed to be like a DD or something. I made so many good memories in that fucking car. I made so many good memories. I loved it. And
did you have sex in that car?
No. I do not do car stuff.
Oh, boring.
I don't do car stuff. I don't do public stuff. Again, #educator. I just don't want to get caught and put. No, I have an apartment. What? Like?
No. You're that now, but
back then, I still wanted to.
Yeah.
Like, I went through a weird thing where I was like, I want to be a coach. 20 all the way up to 2019.
You did want to be a coach.
I wanted to coach. I still kind of want to coach. Like, I don't know. I know for sure I want to teach. But I got all the way up to like into 2020. I went to UHCL because they had a really good coaching and teaching certification and a degree that was in fitness, which is what I ended up getting. But cut to 2 years after the pandemic, and I'm like dealing with all this like theoretical and like all these Zoom calls. I'm like, I'm not in a classroom. I'm not like around like all these different age groups to see like what age range I really want to teach. So I went through this huge internal crisis in 2022 where I was like, I've been working on this degree for 2 years and it's going to take 3 more years at this rate. I don't even know if I want to teach anymore. I like started exploring alternate degree paths. Ended up switching degrees after a really big conversation with myself where I was like, maybe teaching just isn't in the cards for me. It's just taking too long. Like, I just, I was like, I think I'm just going to switch degrees and I'll, explore my career options once I'm fully graduated. And I still ended up teaching post-grad. So I went through all that shit just to kind of circle back. So that's why I do feel very called to teach. And teaching has always kind of been something that I do feel really, I do feel very called to. Like, it feels right. So yeah, I don't like car stuff because I've always felt like even back then when I was still only doing my associates, I was like, I know I'm going to transfer into this program. So like, I want to not get caught and be put on a fucking sex offender registry.
Well, I don't want to get caught and put on a sex offender period.
So I don't want to open that availability. Like, I don't want to get caught with that kind of stuff.
Right. Okay, so Benz, and then
I'm on to like spring of 19. So
it was farmers for me.
you worked at a farm. You were a fucking life insurance broker.
Are you laughing?
What did you do? I'm just trying to imagine 21-year-old Nelly working in a fucking office.
I was 20.
It's also like, why the fuck is farmers hiring a 20-year-old to sell life insurance to people?
I didn't sell life insurance.
What did you do?
I wasn't licensed to sell anything at all. I was just like reception.
Okay,
so,
I mean, sure.
But they wanted to train me to do that, but I was like, I don't want to do that. And
my life calling is not life insurance sales.
That was such a tough place to work at because the boss made us put our phones up every day in her office.
I left my phone in my car.
Like we're children. And she had cameras in all her offices so she could see what we're doing.
She's gonna catch me. Let me not.
She can catch me flicking the bean, DJing a little bit.
DJ. I love that girls call it DJing. That's so fierce. Funny. It is very fierce.
So yeah, that was, and it was all women working there too. So we all
y'all sync up?
We all synced up.
Oh, girl.
We all synced up.
Girl, as a boy that has worked in a place where the girls all sync up,
we can't help it. But it's also like
that's like that hell week. On earth. That week is hell on earth.
And we honestly, I wish you guys could understand what it feels like, but you never will, and that's honestly so good for you.
My thing is,
it's like we forget every month.
That's so crazy to me. Like, you know it's happening, but you still just kind of like
you're like
forget. Like once it happens, you're like
crying, you're sweating, you're screaming, and then you're like, "What day is it?" And then you check your Flow app, and you're like,
"God damn it, it's that time."
Or then you wipe, and you're like, "Oh,
damn, yeah."
But we forget every single time,
and it's so wild to me that it's like, girl, you've been flowing at that point, like, especially for older women too, pushing 30, 40. It's like, girl, you've been doing this more than half of your life. Know this shit is happening,
bitch. I don't know why we're so understudied that maybe they'll come up with like a solution why or an answer as to why we forget every month. But
I feel like you're trauma blocking, probably.
Ooh,
I feel like that's a pretty solid.
Talk about that in therapy. She's gonna be like, you should just feel happy.
Girl, fuck your therapist.
Fuck my therapist.
Get a better therapist.
My psychiatrist. No.
Get a better therapist.
I haven't talked to her in a minute, and I haven't talked to my psychiatrist because I'm like, I can't.
Yeah.
I just can't right now. But
farmers insurance. How long were you there?
A couple months until here's another thing, a big thing why I left is because I was like, this is when like I wasn't with my mom anymore, and I was living with my sister, and then I had to eventually get my own place because my sister was tripping balls. So I was like, fuck, what am I gonna do? So I had to get a new job.
Back when apartments, how much was your rent? Like $500-$600?
No, it was like $800.
Oh,
but it was still like nothing compared to
now.
Now it's 60. No, oh wait, we don't have to talk about it. 1,600. Anyone wants to daddy? I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding. What was I? Oh, I had to get a new job because that job was paying me pennies, and they only paid once a month. You heard that correctly. You heard that correctly. Once a month. So, because I mean, a lot of them were sales, so they would get like a chunk of money once. But still, like that fucking sucks. You owe your money right when you get it.
Yeah.
And most of them were married, so they were working, but they didn't really
dual income,
you know. So, and it was just me, by my lonesome. So I got a new job at a welding company. This is when you can get a job like this. Like,
that's the thing, dude. I think about where we are now, and I know you're still. I'm praying for you, but like, even then, for me, the only options that I had for something that's going to hire me like that was teaching.
Yeah.
I'm lucky that I found my passion through substituting, and I was like, oh shit, this is something that I really want to
do subbing every day, but then that's a mess because you have to jump from place to place, and
it is very chaotic.
It's so like you don't know anybody, and then teachers are
dude.
bitches.
And some people, like, I've been working at my school for a year. There's some people who are just like they don't care to introduce themselves. They're just very reserved. And I feel that there's a level of reservation that you can have, versus
you could also not just be nice,
like being a total bitch. Yeah. Not to say anyone that I work with is a total bitch, in case any of them happen to see this, but it's
not any of you,
not anyone in particular, but it's like there's some people who are just so reserved, and I wish I could be the kind of person where it's like I come in, I go to work, I teach, I leave. I like to have I want to have a couple friends.
I want to have like a little chit chat.
Yeah, how was your weekend? What'd you do? What are your plans this weekend?
Literally, like if I would have lunch, I would be by myself in the teacher's lounge, and they would come in and look at me and just get out. And I'm like, you guys act like you're fucking working at the White House or some shit.
And that's that's my biggest thing. Anytime I see substitutes, I'm like, hey, how are you doing? I just, because even me as a para at my school, like there's people who just nothing.
Because you're not a real
You're not a real teacher. And it's like, girl, I fucking substituted for your class 2 or 3 times the past couple months. Sub,
I'm not gonna go.
I'm not gonna be that person. Love.
Anyway.
But yeah, back then you could job hop like no one's business.
It was the best. So I found a job at a welding company. And it was I was reception once again. And I was working in the main office where all like the bosses were and like the accounting people, and they were very racist. And I was just one little tiny Mexican girl and a bunch of white people in a building. And the supervisor that hired me, she was accounting. Mind you, she hired me. So she knew that I had a social security and I was legal. Yeah. She would ask me every other week, so you're here legally, right? I'm not even kidding. And this is the height of Trump.
It's Trump everywhere.
Because it was 2019.
Yeah.
And they would come in with their hats. They would fucking talk about Trump all the time. She's over here asking me, am I here legally? And I was scared, and I had just got my apartment. And I didn't want to lose my job. So I just kind of like, yes, I am. And just
keep it there.
And I was kicking it up with all the white people because I was like, let me just play my part because I have rent to pay. I get it. I don't want to. I hated her and she hated me, but I was just trying to be cordial. And she was always like, she would come in and be like, oh, this weekend we were in Galveston and I have my Jeep, and I had to help these dirty Mexicans get out of the they were stuck in the sand. And I was like, awesome. That's good. Good for you. Nice Jeep.
Once again, Lord knows not to put me in those situations. I was like, if they were so dirty, why the fuck did you help them?
Now, knowing now what I've been through, and like, I don't give a fuck. I'd be like, I would just. There was one guy though that he was like a boss, and he was Mexican, but he was always like, "Don't listen to these fucking people in here." Like,
that's good. Me and like the 2 other Hispanic teachers that are like,
he would always
speaking in Spanish to each other just to cover our asses.
I always would. See, bitch, please. And then there was this other fucking guy that was in, I don't know what department he was in, but he was always coming in drunk. He was older. He was
my senior year English teacher. Goes to my gym.
Really?
I saw him. The face crack I had when I turned the corner from our mats that we stretch on, I went.
Do you know who I saw at Lifetime?
Who?
Our principal, the head principal lady. What was her name? I don't remember her name.
I remember Mr. Adams.
Yeah, he's still there. Or last I heard, because my nephew.
Mr. Adams is the black one, right?
No, he's the bald white.
Bald white
Mr.
guy.
Lee was
Mr. Lee works at a different intermediate school that I substitute for. Who?
Cornelius. That's where Brenda's mom works.
Oh, yes. I worked there. Funny enough, her mom called me. She called me from that teacher's phone.
Oh, really?
And I was like, substitute for so and so. She's like, Caleb, what are you doing here? I was like, hey, I'm substituting because I quit my job. She's like, how are you? Like, we had like a 15-minute key on that phone while these kids were like, bitch, blowing up their MacBooks and shit. That was the trend last year, was blowing up your Chromebook. Yeah.
How?
You get a piece of graphite, piece of pencil lead, cover it in foil that you get from gum wrappers. You stick that in the USB slot, and it causes a spark that can catch your Chromebook on fire and blow it up because it has a fucking lithium battery that is so explosive. It's so volatile. This was happening last May, and I was like, I want to be an educator. I think something's wrong with me because most people would take that as like, okay, this is not for me. I powered through it, and I was like, I'm going to work on getting my certification.
I was like, get your kids.
Get your kids. Get your kids, bro. Get your fucking dog, bitch.
Anyway, those fucking yes. Last story I have about
them crackers. Them crackers. Hey.
So, the last story I have about them. I was chilling up front, minding my fucking business,
doing your thing,
do my 1 2 1 2. The old drunk guy comes in, and he was talking about, oh, this used to be such a great country, until that N hard R got into office. And I was like, oh.
What the fuck?
To my face. And I was like, right. I didn't say anything. He just walked. I literally went blank. And I was like, was he expecting me to be like, yeah, fuck that.
Fuck that.
Yeah. I was like, I was like, did that really just fucking happen?
Just happen, yeah.
And like the big bosses, the owners would come in with their Trump hats. And I'm like.
And now a part of me is like, are y'all going to double down on the pedophile rapist? Like actual confirmed pedophile?
Guys, I thought we thought we were filming. My phone died. I didn't press record. The light turned off again. I am going to leave myself. Oh, here. You know what? That's it.
Turn it off. Okay, we're gonna bang this out as quick as we can because the technical difficulties are just piling up. 2019, I started working at Lush, and it was really fun up to a certain point. I would recommend to anybody that is currently working there, stay as a salesperson. The second you step foot into taking any kind of like leadership responsibilities, the whole facade just cracks and it is not fun anymore. But yeah, I stayed at Lush through 2019 into early 2020, and then they fired everyone once the pandemic started really hitting. So I got to apply for that unemployment that came around in 20. Ooh, that is the most amount of money that has ever hit my bank account every consistent 2 weeks, and I have been chasing that high ever since.
You'll get it again.
I'll get it again. I think once I start teaching. I think once I get like a good teacher income, I'll be back to that level. But now my frontal lobe has fully developed, and I am on ADHD meds, so I won't be spending it on a bunch of dumb bullshit. So after they fired everyone and I was on unemployment, I had a really fun unemployed summer. I got so many tattoos. I got like 2 skateboards. I just like anything that I saw online that I wanted, purchased.
Don't you love that?
I bought like prints from photographers that I like, which even now with money, I'm like, I don't know if I would want to spend money on a print.
Yeah.
$50 for a single print.
No thanks.
And I was like, fuck it, whatever. I'm getting government money. This person needs the money more than I do, which like I think is a good mentality to have with it. But even now, I guess now because I'm working for my money, I'm a little bit less inclined to spend like that. But still,
yeah,
I bought so much. I bought records, records, movies, just any little thing that I wanted. I just bought it. I bought this statue of Homer. It's a statue of Homer where he's supposed to be Buddha. He's got prayer beads and a pretzel in the other hand. He's made to look like Jade because I have the money. I was like, fuck it, Buddha Homer, why not? I still have him. I still love him. Would I spend that money on it? No.
How much was he?
It was like $30 probably. Figures are not cheap. Like good made figures are not cheap nowadays. So once that unemployment money started running up, I went from $1,500 to $1,800 every 2 weeks. That legislation came in that cut the payments down. Boom, $220 a week. That's a pretty solid pay cut to be taken there. So I started looking at jobs, got hired at Starbucks during the pandemic. I worked through holiday of 2020 at Starbucks. Yikes. And that was the worst time of my life. I was off on Thanksgiving. And their thing was if you were off on one holiday, you had to work the other. So if you were off Thanksgiving, you were going to work Christmas. And most people wanted to be off on Christmas because Christmas at Starbucks is actually hell on earth. Like it fucking sucks. Everybody wants hot chocolate. Some people still want their fucking Frappuccino on Christmas. I did make an insane amount of money in tips because a lot of people do feel really guilty about being at Starbucks. Just make your fucking hot cocoa at home. Why are we out getting shit? Exactly. Like, it was so dumb. And I think the worst thing that happened that day, I didn't get home till about 10 or so. My mom was the only person still awake. And she and I opened gifts together. Aww. And she was like, I know you've been working really hard. Like, I just wanted to wait for you so you could at least open your gifts. And I was like, thank you. I want to kill myself right now. I was like, this is, she was like, how was work? I was like, I don't want to talk about it. She was like, that's fine. I was like, I don't want to talk about work. So that rolled around. And through my time at Starbucks, I would go back to Lush every 2 or 3 months, and I'd be like, hey,
toxic ex you can't get rid of.
I was like, hey, y'all hiring yet? Y'all hiring? Any word on if y'all are gonna hire yet? Because I really hate my fucking job. Then I got my foot back in the door once they had a position open, because I obviously made it clear that I wanted to go back. And one of my old managers, I was very content with just being a salesperson. I was fully content with just going in, selling, and going home. I had expressed that, and she was like, well, you have to think about, like, if, and this was in early 2021. Well, no, it was like summer of 2021 when I went back. She was like, you have to think if, we do shut down again, you need to think about, like, what, like, qualities do you have? Is there any leadership experience? Is there anything that separates you from other salespeople aside from just being really solid at sales, which is always good? But, like, is there anything in training? She was like, you want to be in school? Like, why don't we look into doing something for education or, like, training and stuff like that? I was like, oh, that is, like, a kind of good idea. And then I got wrangled into being a floor lead. And that's when everything stopped being fun. The money was good. It kept me afloat. My biggest thing was my manager at that time. Scheduling was never an issue, especially for me every, 5 to 6 months being like, hey, I have a totally different schedule for school now. Can we, like, switch this around? It just got to a point where she knew once, the last week of November rolls around, you're going to be done with finals. Cool. Do we want to kick it into full time? Boom. It was just like, we had a really good, like,
momentum.
Yeah. Like, we had a really good routine every year of like, she kind of was like, hey, you're about to sign, like, you just signed up for classes around now. She's like, this is about the time that you do that. Cool. What is it looking like? So I can put it in the schedule and we can kind of move things around. That. So that was what kept me there. After summer of 2021, I stayed there until 2025. So that is the longest job that I have ever had. I still have an extensive well of knowledge. I even have prices and shit like that still ingrained in my head. Like, our friend that came over for Max and I, we gave him some bubble bath formula, and he's like, how much does one of these cost? I was like, oh, that's probably like $15, $16 now with the price increases that they've been doing every year. And Max was like, no, it's like $8 or $9. I was like, pull it up on that app. Who's correct? $14.95. Love, trust me. I know my prices. I have worked there for an eternity. So that's my employment history. Now I'm a paraprofessional at a junior high, so I have to watch my mouth online, and I have to.
And when he does not,
I'm a public servant. And he
does not. That's you watching your mouth. I cannot imagine you not watching.
Girl, the kids asked me what I thought about Jeffrey Epstein and everything going on. I was like, okay, y'all lock the fuck in. We're having a conversation about politics, because that's what it is. That's what true education. That's a true teachable moment.
Email me. We can't talk here. Email me.
There are a couple times where kids will be like, "Mister, what do you believe in?" I'm like, "We're not having that conversation right now. Y'all don't want to know my religious beliefs, because 9 times out of 10, I tell kids, hey, I have a Sacred Heart tattooed on me. I believe in God. Yeah, whatever. Let's keep going."
Wah, wah. Anyway.
Jobs from 2019
my
forward.
Job shut down when COVID hit. Company shut down. Yes, and then,
fucking Joe Biden. They probably blamed it on Joe Biden. I think that's the funniest fucking thing to think about that.
No, Trump won that year.
I know, but they would their company going under was definitely Joe Biden's fault.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Right. After that, it was unemployment because it was COVID. But then it stopped, so I was like panicking.
It was that like August, September where you're like, oh shit, they're actually being real about like taking away all of our benefits and shit.
Yeah, I was on my own, so I had to quick.
Yeah.
So I got a job at a CPA firm being an assistant, and then I moved up to marketing, and that's where I was until last year.
Crazy.
From 2021 till 2025.
Ah, look at us building our careers.
And then I haven't found a job since.
Fuck! Yeah. I am very thankful. So I actually got fired from Lush at the start of 2025. I got fired on January 4th, 2025.
Damn.
Literally the first week of 2025. Could not have started off on the worst foot. Came out of left field, did not expect it. Allegedly, I don't really believe it. Allegedly, I had left my tills out, like my cash tills. You're supposed to count them, take them out of the drawers, and put them in the safe overnight. Allegedly, I had forgot to do that, and I got fired for it.
It doesn't sound like me. It does.
Under our old manager, who I had a, we had a couple developmental talks about it. Mm-hmm. But to this new manager, that is not something that I had ever done before. So, he fired me on a first offense thing, which I think is really stupid to do. But yeah, we were unionized, or we are unionized, I guess. I say we, I don't work there anymore, but the store was unionized. So I was like, I don't know anywhere else that's going to hire me next week. So let me try the union. Fucking hated that job. Holy shit. I had to drive to every single Lush every week. Every Lush and a bunch of H&Ms and Sephora's. I was in malls all the time, and it was just not fun at all, because just living in a red state, no one knows what a union is, and most of the time it's met with hostility.
Yeah.
And it was, they wanted to give me a position because they're like, you've done a really good job working at this place, like working at the current Lush that I was at. I had gone to other Lushes just to like shop, and there were other stores that had certain exclusives that I was like, I want to see what exclusives you have, and then I would talk to people, and I was already kind of doing union organizing on my own dime. They're like, fuck it, like come join us, and like we'll pay you for it. But I think me not being a Lush employee anymore kind of twisted things around. So I was at the union for like 3 months. Well, the craziest part is I knew by week 3 I was like, I'm not gonna be able to do this.
Yeah.
I worked 6 days a week. My scheduled hours were 9 to 6, but the expectation at the start of your day was you be at whatever mall you say you're going to be at 9. So if I was going to start my day at the Galleria, I would have to leave my place at 7:50 in the morning to make it around the Galleria by 9. And the Galleria doesn't open till 10:30, 11 o'clock. So you're just sitting around twiddling your thumbs for 2 hours. And I tried telling them that. I'm like, I'm willing to like shift everything. And they were just like, no. Okay, you're not making this easy on me, And it was funny, what really did it, my manager at that time, shout out to Kevin, he was so chill with me quitting out of nowhere. He was just super open about stuff. He was very no bullshit, and I love that about a manager. When I quit, we had this meeting with like international level people that were all organizing H&Ms and all this shit going on. I pulled him aside and I was like, hey, I don't think I can do this anymore. Because that same week, I was at the end of my rope. That week, I was at the point where I'm like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
I can't do this for an entire week. But those 2 following weeks, 1 week I was going to go see Poison the Well and Glassjaw in Austin, which was going to be, I think we were leaving on like a Wednesday and Thursday. So that was going to cut into my week. And then the following week I was going to leave, I think, for 3 days to go see Charlie XCX in Austin with my other friends. And that week my vacation got denied. And I was just like, I can't do this anymore, dude. And he's like, cool, have fun. He's like, you're young, you're educated, you're very marketable. He's like, don't settle for this.
Yeah.
Fierce. I appreciated the honesty. And then I went to go see Poison the Well and Glassjaw 1 week. Loved it. The following week, went to go see Charlie XCX. Loved it. It was fun. Racked up $3,000 worth of credit card debt that entire summer. I don't have a single fucking regret at all. It was necessary for me. I think I got to kind of reset myself. Worked on teaching, getting a teaching certificate after I started substituting in May. Boom, bam, bop. Now I'm a paraprofessional, and next year I'm going to start teaching, which is so crazy. I'm going to have my own classroom, and I'm going to be educating kids, but it feels right. It feels crazy that it's actually happening, but it feels right. So,
well, hopefully I'll have something to add to the story
manifesting it for you.
It's been a minute.
I do also have another new job coming in over for the summer. I'm going to be teaching at the museum or their summer camp positions. Super excited to do that. I think it's going to be a very fun experience for me. They were also telling me kind of like the layouts of everything, and it seems like it will be a very fun experience. And I will also have a summer job coming in with that, so I'll be able to make a dent in a lot of my debts with that money. So hopefully
well,
I can work through that. It's been another fun episode.
That's the end. We're at 14 for now. So
yeah, hour 15. Love it.
Whatever. I'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Oh, next week we're gonna talk about questions I have for Caleb about
being gay. I'm so excited. Oh, before we go, we gotta love it, hate it. I don't have anything that I love this week. I have nothing that I love this week. The only thing that I would say off the top of my head that I love is I think the only thing I would say that I have that I love off the top of my head is biking.
Yes.
I got my new bike. Love it. It's fitted for me. It rides so phenomenally. But my hate it. Let me see. Where are the old apartment? Where's the? What's this? Okay. You have your love it and hate it. Yeah, my only hate it that I have: antiperspirant free deodorant. What are we doing? I say that as someone who's wearing antiperspirant free deodorant right now, but I have paired it with an antiperspirant deodorant. My favorite deodorant is the eucalyptus birch one from Dove for Men. It smells phenomenal. Eucalyptus. They discontinued the one without the one with antiperspirant. So the only one that they have is an antiperspirant free one. It works great. It feels gross going on, but like, why? Yeah. Like, why are we not like? It pisses me off.
Why are we fixing something that's not broken?
My other one that I hate is dog owners who take their dogs everywhere.
Not me.
I know it's not you, and this is why I know that I can say this shit. Why are y'all bringing y'all's fucking dogs?
I've done it once.
Everywhere.
I've done it once and I'm like, I'm never bringing them again.
I'm talking about people who bring their ratty little dogs to the goddamn grocery store. Yeah, it's my emotional support animal. Fuck you. Fuck your anxiety. Like, why? Or like you're bringing them into a restaurant. If it's not a service animal, you're fucking disgusting. And whatever. I hate y'all and I hate y'all's dogs. Bring in a service cat, that's when you'll have me. Cats are so much. Cats are a million times cleaner than dogs.
Anyway, I'm gonna do mine fast. I'm not even gonna
knock it out.
You're right. My love it, people with lisps, which is I'm one of them, but Madison has the best lisp ever. Charles Barkley and the San Antonio woman hate. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up on TikTok. He is fucking hilarious.
Charles Barkley in the San Antonio.
Yeah. San Antonio. He is like, the woman in San Antonio is big because they be eating churros. And then like
wake it up.
And then he got hate for it. He's like, I'll say sorry, but I'm not gonna say sorry for talking about.
And he's kind of right. Wake that up.
And then Shannon Sharp. He's fucking
Shannon Sharp is the fucking funniest guy on ESPN.
Club Shay Shay, shut the fuck up, bro.
Yeah.
Hilarious. I love him. Also, Stephen A. Smith. Hilarious. I hate it. People who don't smile back when I smile at them. I cannot stand that. I went out of my way to give you and you're not going to give it to me back? Fuck you.
Yeah.
People who drive cop-looking cars.
I just had this conversation with someone else.
I cannot stand
Why are you driving a white Ford Explorer?
Now I'm going slow.
With the cattle guard on it.
Now I'm going slow as fuck because I think you're a cop and you're wasting both of our times. Mm-hmm. Next one is people who turn slow.
If you don't rip that goddamn steering wheel, girl, I hate.
I cannot stand that. pisses, that is what will set my road rage off. Like, go. Just fucking go.
Yeah. I've been dealing with a lot of really fucking stupid drivers on my 7 a.m. drive that I have to go through. And I've been getting worse about this. If you cut me off, I'm going to cut you off back. I will snake my way 3 lanes over, 3 lanes back to cut you off and slam on my brakes. Fuck you. Fuck you for cutting me off, bitch. I have like, the older I've got, the more petty I have gotten with my driving.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna you're not getting in, you're not cutting me off, and if you cut me off, I'm cutting you off back.
Yeah.
My other thing I've been loving doing, especially now that I drive a big old truck SUV, if you're in a sedan, if you're in like a car,
me,
and you cut me off, guess what's getting turned on, bitch? Floodlights and high beams. And I'm keeping them on. I hope your retinas get burned. Ooh. Ooh, yummy. Eat it. Make a bummy. Eat it.
It makes sense.
Yeah. I love doing those things. I love being a hater. I love hate. I love hatred. I love vitriol. And I love being a bitch. Good night.